Hey guys, it's me, Jeffrey again. So today I really wanted to talk about what something that has happened for the last weekend, and that has to do with TNT being very active on social media, talking about the Snyder cut and really how I think that really isn't a bluff because really it all starts off with how really I was the only person the who was really talking about the AEW and DC merger that was going on, that was announced, and I'm really still shocked that I was really the only person to actually make that video. But really, in that video, I was basically talking how how it can really it can affect the DCEU and basically the long lasting implications of that merger. And really, I just found out on Twitter today a tweet that Cody Rhodes, who the one of the creators of AEW, saying on October about the Snyder cut, and really basically what the tweet said, and put it I'll be reading it to you guys to make sure that I don't get anything wrong. So hold on one second. I have a screenshot here. Okay, so Cody Rhodes posted on 20 on October of last year, saying tried to explain the Donner cut tried to explain the Donner cut of Superman 2 and how it applied to the Snyder cut. I guess I was too long-winded and all over the place in my explanation because Brandy, his wife, just started laughing uncontrollably in my face, and it was a gif of someone from the office, I guess, like frowning on that comment. But what that tweet told me is really that he does want the Snyder cut to come out, and this whole thing with he and really it makes more sense now as to why the first merger that they had that the first merger that TN that AEW were the first merger that AEW made was with DC Comics, because really it is known that Cody Rhodes is a huge fan of DC Comics, and he said the reason why he wanted to merge with DC and not just another wrestling company was because he wanted to put his insight into DC Comics so that it can actually be great for the fans, and really what a and really for those who don't watch All Elite Wrestling, that's exactly what all elite wrestling is. It's for the wrestling fans to have a alternative. A alternative. It's for wrestling fans to have a a more a alternative side to the business heavy WWE. And so really what and so yeah, like, and for those who don't know how deep it Cody is into the DC merger, and why he's important into the DC merger is because he he actually is one of the he actually is one of the vice presidents of the of AEW, and he would and so that would mean that he actually does take part in the TNT meetings and really put insight into what he wants for DC to be, which he wants it to be for the fans. He wants it to be great, and so that and also for those who are saying like, oh, that's just for that's just for TNT stuff, but but really, like, no, like he has, like, there has been a partnership with DC Comics, not not TNT DC, not a specific branch of DC, just just DC as a whole. So that means that he can put his input into into the into the into really all things DC. So that means essentially, with him being a Snyder Cut supporter, that he could have been like, "Hey, we I made this merger so that DC can be great. I'm a huge DC fan, and I know as a DC fan that people do want the Snyder cut. They want it bad, so give it to them." And so and really, like I said, that and like I said, it does really affect the whole the it really does affect the DCEU as a whole, because it's not just DC Comics that we're talking about. We're talking about DC as a whole, from comics, TV, to like I said, the DCEU. So really, in a way, if you think about it, like like we already had the seed before before the negotiations with before the negotiations with Zack happened. We already had a quote seed planted in NWB to put who that was saying, "Hey, we need to release the Snyder cut. We need to talk to Zack about getting the Snyder cut out." And so then November comes around, and we get it trending a million times over, and getting it into a Twitter moment, and and then Cody comes in and says, since the fans do want the Snyder Cut, this will make a whole bunch of money. I'm telling you, do it. So then the contract negotiations come around, and that really did affect, and that really does affect the Snyder. The really does branch from the Snyder Cut to come out. So then we go in to today where they're posting things like, hey, like they're posting a lot of Justice League stuff lately, and really these are, and most of these shots are really from the Snyder Cut and not Justice League. And so then and so then this weekend happens, and they're actually replying to the Snyder Cut comments, and on Twitter and on Instagram, where, and one of the comments, they actually replied and actually said the Snyder Cut by name, and really, like, people are saying, and I see people in the movement saying that it's like a twist of words, like on that, but really, like, I really do think that that is a big tell now that the Snyder Cut is definitely coming, and it's going to be and I think it's actually going to be a full theatrical run when this coronavirus is done. and really, I think that, and so yeah, like, really, I think that that this whole domino effect started with Cody Rhodes wanting to do that merger with DC. So I think a big part of the thanks not only goes to WB, but I also think that another big thanks would be going to Cody Rhodes for actually being a big supporter and letting his input into really why they should release the Snyder Cut should become for leh. I really do think that when the Snyder Cut does come out, we should really also be thanking Cody Rhodes for making that DC merger so that he can put his input to help make DC great. And like I said, like, it's a B. So really, like, with how, so yeah, like, really, I think that the AEW and DC merger really did help the Snyder Cut come out. And really, when TNT posted that they wish they had it, like, I really did take that as the I really did take that as they really can't release it, but really that the Snyder Cut is gonna be coming to theaters, and really, like, and really it shows how important the how important to really the fan, and really with how everything has been lined up. I really do think that it definitely is coming, thanks to thanks to thanks to Zack and Cody. Uh, pun not in, pun not intended. Right there for those who think that I was going for a Zack and Cody reference, but yeah, like I really think we should thank Zack and Cody for that. And yeah, like if you think so, yeah, like really, I think that the with everything with that newfound evidence that I really found interesting. I really do think that yes, the Snyder Cut is definitely coming, and it's gonna be in a full theatrical run when this whole thing is over. So yeah, I actually did expect this video to go for a bit longer, but really it actually wasn't. So that's kind of good, I guess. But yeah, really, like I said again, I with Cody being a known Snyder Cut supporter, I really do think that with that AEW merger, he was able to go into those DC meetings and really give his insight on why the Snyder Cut should be released, and it really, yeah, I think that's what was the start of the whole domino effect. So yeah, that's the video, guys. Tell me what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.